It was a beautiful day in the fall of 2007 when a roofing crew in Southern California was at work. An aluminum plank was laid out from the rooftop to the truck when Sal Negron lifted a load onto his shoulder and began walking across.
I don't know what reason happened. I tripped and I went off and I landed on my head.
The fall was about 10 feet, from a fragile beam to solid ground. Sal lay motionless, thinking about the horrible pain in his head and neck, and noticed a lack of feeling in his lower body.
First thing I thought I was passing out. I was passing away. I was dying. So I started praying.
Bobby Carpenter grew up as the son of a well-loved minister in Southern California. He occasionally got into trouble, but took on his father's work ethic.
He was young and I could put him under one of my trucks and he could pull out the transmission and put it back in.
Bob Carpenter Sr. was a minister in California and Bobby's father. After preaching several years at a church in Riverside, Bob purchased an asphalt company in the city of Hemet. And at the age of 15, Bobby began working for the family business called RSK Griffith Asphalt. It was 8:30 on Monday morning when Eric St. Amant was riding his motorcycle wearing a helmet less than 1 mile from his home. Eric was returning from depositing a check at a nearby bank when the tragedy occurred.
I left the bank and was less than probably 200 yards before I was in an accident.
Eric's motorcycle was traveling 38 miles per hour when it struck the side of the road, causing Eric to fly headfirst into a tree. Without the helmet, Eric would not have survived, and what caused Eric to run off the road, he will never know.
It was too traumatic of an accident to don't want to remember these things.
Christmas shoppers were out, and the malls were packed when Chris Seibel and his brothers were off road riding at Dumont Dunes near Baker, California. Chris was racing his sand buggy over huge mounds of sand when he came upon a naturally formed hole in the sand 15 to 20 feet deep, called a witch eye.
I got caught in a situation that I wasn't expecting, and that's what led up to the accident.
Chris was a successful 33-year-old businessman and realtor. He grew up in Rancho Cucamonga with 3 older brothers and loved extreme sports like biking, dirt bike, skydiving, bungee jumping, and quad running.
You know, they bought all the toys and I got to ride them. That was the good thing about being the youngest.
Hal Hargrave grew up as an outdoorsman in Southern California. With a house on the lake, Hal rode jet skis or did flips while wakeboarding whenever he had time away from his daily workouts.
He was a true gym rat. Here at the club, he worked out probably 5 days a week.
Hal played 4 years of high school football and baseball and could bench press more than 300 pounds.
His dream was to go on to college and play some college ball at Long Beach State.
But life as Hal knew it changed just 2 weeks after graduating from high school. Hal was working for his dad, driving a 24-foot snakebed truck, and was delivering handicap-accessible equipment.
Normal Thursday of work.
Hal approached a tire tread in the road and quickly tried to veer around it.
Is reported at 211 in progress at the gas station northeast corner, MOK and Tinker.
It was a Saturday night in June when police officer Joe Meyer and partner Christina Rapati noticed an older drug-induced jaywalker on a street in south central LA. When the hooded man took off running, Rapati began a foot pursuit of 40 to 50 yards, finally grabbing him at the front steps of a nearby house.
I'm coming up from behind him and I grab him and he like turns and, you know, basically has it like close contact and just like shoots.
Rapati was hit by 3 bullets, 2 in the arm and 1 bullet going through the side of her chest, tearing through a lung, splitting an artery, and severing her spinal cord.
I grabbed him, you know, up high, like around the shoulders. You know, I was gonna, like you always do, and throw him to the ground and get him in handcuffs. But as soon as I grabbed onto him, he pulled out a little small revolver from his waistband or pocket.
Christina's partner then put 5 bullets into the man and called for help. Christina grew up in the high desert of Apple Valley, California. She was always an athlete, skiing and snowboarding, and playing soccer through high school and college. After graduating college, Christina went to the LAPD Police Academy.